Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer. Honestly, have you ever felt invisible to the women? You're drawn toe-like. You're standing right there. But no matter what, you say how hard you try, Revan, how much effort you put into looking the part. It's like they don't even notice you exist. If that hit show me stick around. What I'm about to share won't just flip the script on how women see you. It'll reshape how you see yourself now. Here's the cold, hard truth. Most men don't want a hair attraction isn't about looking like a Hollywood actor, having a six-figure bank account, or memorizing some cheesy pickup lines. No, those are distractions. The secret, it's not what Sochi has been selling you. So me thing far deeper, more primal, and brutally honest in today's video. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm James, and I'm going to walk you through the raw, unfiltered reality of attraction, straight from the lens of masculinity and self-mastery. Think of this as a wake-up call, because the rules of the game aren't what you've been told. And here's the kicker. The principles I'm about to share aren't just about women. They're about life. They're rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. You see, the ancient Stoics centered something that most men today overlook. They believed in living with purpose, building resilience, and owning your value regardless of what others think. This isn't about faking confidence or pretending to be Sumi and Ur. Not. It's about becoming a Manwo is grounded, focused, and untouchable. A man who attracts not because he chases, but because he exudes strength, certainty, and presence, but fair the power of cow and confidence. Warning, this isn't some feel-good fairy tale. The truth is often uncomfortable. It requires you to look in the mirror and face the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. But if you're ready to take that first step, I promise you it will change everything. So, buckle up. This isn't just another video about attraction. It's a blueprint to becoming the man you've always wanted to. Let's dive in. Here's the cold truth. And it's going to sting a bit. The key to attracting women has absolutely nothing to do with what you'll look like, what car you drive, or even the clever lines you think will sweep them off their feet. It's not about flashy displays of wealth or of arvet bravado. It's nope, all comes down to one thing, your mindset. And here's the kicker. Most men completely misunderstand this, sabotaging thumbs in the process. Let me make these crystal clear when I say confidence. I'm not talking about that loud, fake Inu face type of arrogance you see some guys trying to pull off. That's just insecurity, wearing a cheap disguise, real confidence. The kin thought's magnetic that people gravitate word is quiet. It's solid. Steady, kind of unshakable self-assurance, Setho, comes from knowing exactly who we're and being at peace with it. No matter what anyone else thinks. Think about someone you admire. A mentor, a friend, or maybe a historical figure like Marcus or Aurelius. What makes them stand out? I'll bet it's not their looks or their bank balance. It's their presence, their energy, that calm, collected demeanor that makes you trust them without a word. That's authentic confidence. It's powerful and it's rare. No, here's the twist, the guys who aren't bending over backward to get women's attention, who aren't desperately trying to prove their worth, are the very ones who attract women effortlessly. Why? Because they are not chasing. They are not playing games or performing for approval. And women can sense this instantly. They can smell desperation like sharks smell blood in the water, and nothing is more off-putting. Here's a reality check. Trying too hard is like holding a neon sign that says, "I don't believe I'm enough." And that's the ultimate turnoff. Women wanting a man self-assured, who isn't afraid to stand alone, and who breaking the pedestal mentality knows his value. And this is where Stoicism comes into play. A philosophy built on self-mastery and resilience. The Stoics didn't care about external validation. Marcus Aurelius Onef, the greatest Stoic thinkers, once said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We'll love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Let that sink. The foundation of Stoicism is this: stop living for the approval of others. True power comes from within when you embrace this mindset. Everything changes. You stop worrying about what she thinks of you, whether she texts you back or if you're saying the right thing. Instead, you become focused on living a life you're proud of, building your strength, your skills, and your purpose. Women don't fall for the guy who needs them to feel complete. They are drawn to the man who is already whole. Now, let me ask you this. Are you ready to let go of theories you've been told about what it takes to be attractive? Are you ready to step into the kind of confidence that doesn't fade, that doesn't rely on one external validation, and that can't be shaken by rejection? 'Cause once you do, you won't just change how women see you, change how you see yourself. This isn't about trick or tactics. It's about becoming a man who stands tall in his own skin. The kind of man who doesn't need to chase because his presence alone commands attention. Now picture this. You walk into a bar and trust the room. You see her, the kind off woman who would make most men freeze, stumble over their words, or if I compensate with a fake bravado, but not you. You don't get caught in that trap. Instead, you're calm, collected, and confident. You smile, not because you're trying to impress her, but because you're genuinely enjoying yourself. You're not scanning the room for approval or wondering how to make her notice you. You're just present, fully comfortable in your own skin. It's magnetic. But let's clear something up right now. This doesn't mean you ignore women or pretend you're not interested. That's just as fake-ass guy who's over there. Top in his approach. Secret lies in balance, showing genuine interest while making it clear that your world doesn't revolve around her. It's about being open to connections, but never needing them to validate your worth. Let me give you a scenario. You're at a party and Sumi catches your eye. The average guy would hover around her like a moth to a flame, trying too hard to crack her the truth about attraction and standards joke, dropping compliments every other sentence, or worse, acting like a clown to stand out. But you don't fall into that trap. You're not dares to make a move. Instead, you enjoy the night you shot with other people. Share a laugh hand, just go with the flow. Then when the moment feels right, you approach her, not with a rehearsed line or a nervous smile, but with calm confidence. There's no pressure, no overthinking, no biffs, and that effortless, easygoing vibe, it's irresistible. I used to be the guy who overthought everything. I remember on time at a friend's wedding, I saw this woman who completely caught my attention instead of just relaxing. And bung myself, I spent half the night rehearsing what I'd say when I finally walked up to her. My nerves betrayed me. I stumbled over my words. And it was painfully obvious I was trying too hard. She smiled politely, but the connection, it wasn't. There that night taught me something important, no matter how clever. You think your approach is if you're not confident and comfortable with yourself? It shows. Fast forward a few years, and I found myself in a similar situation. But this time, I wasn't playing games with my own mind. I was just there laughing, having fun, and enjoying the moment when I approached her. It wasn't about impressing her. It was about sharing a moment. And you know what? It was effortless. And it worked. Here is the brutal truth. Most men don't want to. Here, women aren't just responding to your words or actions. They're responding to your energy. If you're anxious, insecure, or if you're compensating, it doesn't matter how smooth your lines are. They'll sense it, like a shark senses blood in the water. But if you're relaxed, confident, and genuinely happy with who you are, that energy speaks louder than anything you could say. It's this unspoken presence that women can't help but notice and be drawn to. And this isn't just dotting Godvas. This is life advice rooted in ancient wisdom. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, taught the importance of self-mastery and inner peace. They believed in living with purpose, not for the fleeting approval of others. Think about this. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, no outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Irresistible phrases that build connection. Listen, you control your internal state, your thoughts, emotions, and how you carry yourself. Everything else is noise whine. You embody this mindset. It radiates through everything you do. You've stopped worrying about impressing others because you're too busy living a life you're proud of. You don't chaziat and chen because you already have purpose and fulfillment. This is what makes you stand out in a sea of mentoring way too hard to be noticed. Let me ask you this about whether or not they notice you. Focus on being someone you're proud, Tobe. When you do that, everything else, including women, will naturally fall into place. That's not just attraction, that's power. And it starts with you. Hold up. Before we go further, I want to hear from you. What's the one thing I've noticed that makes women instantly attracted? Drop a comment with self-respect is Megan I if they resonates with you. Let's talk about it now. Let's get brutally honest for a second. Stop putting women on a pedestal. I know society has been screaming at you to worship her, treat her like a queen, and prove you're good enough. But let's be real. Where does that actually get to? When you elevate someone to theskis, guess where that puts you at their feet? And let's be clear, no one respects someone who willingly places themselves beneath others. Here's the harsh truth. Most men don't want to face one. You treat someone like they untouchable, like some goddess who can do no wrong. Stoicism and dating. What Marcus Aurelius would do. You're not showing respect, you're showing weakness. Respect is mutual. It's not bending over backward to please someone or agreeing with everything they say just to stay on their good side. That's not respect, that's submission. And let me tell you, women don't want a doormat. Think about it. Why do the so-called bad boys seem to have no issue attracting women? Is it because women love being mistreated? No, that's a lazy excuse, men tell themselves, to justify their own failures. The truth is, these guys don't worship women like they some divine beings floating above the rest of humanity. They see them as equals, flawed human, and capable of both good and bad just like themselves. That mindset creates a dynamic where women don't feel pressured to be perfect, and more importantly, it keeps the guy from losing himself in the process. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where you tried to be Tunis? You showered her with compliments, sogored with everything? She said and went out of your way to prove you were Thibator man, and what happened 9 times out of 10? She lost interest. Didn't Shekos? Here's the thing. Women don't want a man who sees them as untouchably cans. They want a man who respects them, but also respects himself. The guys who stand out are the ones who aren't afraid to have their own opinions, or even if it means disagreeing. With her, they are not combative or disrespectful, but they're also not afraid to challenge her. Why? Because they see her as an equal, not a some mythical creature that needs to be coddled or constantly impressed. Let me at it this way. If you treat someone like they're out of your league, they'll start to believe it, and so with you. Confidence isn't about arrogance or pretending to be something you're not. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to compromise. For anyone, this ties directly into something the Stoics understood thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest tempers and philosophers, once said, "Don't value yourself lower than others. If you are equal in virtue, why placeth them above you?" The lesson here, everyone puts their pants on one leg at a time. No matter how beautiful or intimidating they may seem, you are not less than anyone. And the moment you believe that the dynamic how to talk to all men like a Stoic shifts, women don't want to feel like they're bind you it. They want someone who sees them for who they are. Someone who challenges them, excites them, and keeps them on their toes. It's not about banga, nice guy, or a bad boy. It's about being a man who found it in him.